Hola, welcome to Cocina Valencia. Bienvenido a la Cocina Valencia. Today we are making Arroz Mexicano, one of my favorites because it is so easy, fluffy in texture, and super delicious. Now let's get started. So we use a liquid combination of chicken broth and tomato sauce, and you can use any combination thereof. 1 fresh clove of garlic, long grain rice, salt, and garlic salt to taste. We start by heating up approximately 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. So our oil is just perfect. It's warm enough. And you put in your rice and you swirl it around because our goal is to give it a nice toasty brown. Now, you want to make sure all the rice is shiny, which means there's enough oil in here. And as we brown it, I'll let you know if there's more that needs to go in. But I start with about 1.5 tablespoons, maybe 2 tablespoons. You don't want too much oil either. You could always strain it if you put too much. And you mix it. I would do a continuous mix to ensure that it doesn't burn. So I have about a little bit higher, kind of medium heat below. And this is one of my favorite pans for rice. I've made rice enough, Arroz Mexicano, to know that this one is my favorite. And if you make it enough, you'll notice it definitely comes out different depending on the pan that you use. So you'll find your favorite one after you do it many times. So my rice is looking great, and at this point it's not quite ready, but it's getting very close. So I want to say for my rice in this pan, it was about, and this heat, it was approximately 4 minutes. But again, it's not about time, it's about the texture and the way the browning on that particular rice. So it just depends on your pan and your situation. So you'll be able to see it browned nicely when it is done. But at this point, right before it's done, I use my xylus, I believe it's called, and I put the garlic in there. Some, again, like Mexican cooking, it's different for everyone how they like it. I like to make sure that mine is crushed. Some put it in whole, some chop it up. This is my taste, and I like it to saute in here with the rice because I wait until you could smell the garlic. Once it has a nice toastiness to it, you'll be able to smell the garlic. And see how this rice is starting to turn a little bit brown, so it's toasting nicely. It's a similar concept to when you're baking, and you're baking with nuts, walnuts, or pecans, and you toast them in the oven. It's that similar toastiness that you want for Mexican rice. And this is such a traditional staple in our house. It was when I was growing up. Arroz Mexicano went with everything. So we definitely had it a lot. So now it's looking great. I could smell the garlic. We'll give it probably another minute. Okay, so this is the toastiness of the rice that you want. It looks perfect and ready to add my liquid mixture. So I already mixed the tomato sauce with the chicken broth together. So we will put it in now. And be careful because there'll be a lot of steam coming up. I guess not that much. this time. Give it a mix. And at this point, we will season our rice to taste, some salt and some garlic salt as well. Let's see, and I'll try that. Now you can also just use little cubes for chicken broth if all you have is water. Give it a mix. Get a spoon to try it. You always want to try it. Or you can try it on the back of your hand. Mine needs a little more garlic salt. And I'll probably add some more salt as well. And if you'd like, so all of that is to taste. I add a little bit more, some pepper also. Give it a mix, and you want to bring this up to a low boil. Give it a mix, and at this point, once you have this correct seasoning in here, you do not want to mix too much and just wait for it to boil. Now, there's something that my mom taught me most recently, that you squeeze in just a bit of lemon juice, and she says that this makes your rice fluffier. So we will see how that turns out. And in Spanish, as she calls it, un chorrito, which means just a little bit of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice that is. And we'll let it come up to a low, very soft boil, and then we will turn down the heat and set it for 20 minutes. So this is just about the right boil that you want. And I also at this point add in some cilantro. Just place it there on top. It's mostly for flavor, so it doesn't need to be mixed in. So that's a very, very soft boil. And you turn it down to simmer, cover it, and you set your timer for 20 minutes. And you let it cook. All right, so our timer is going off. We open it, let the steam out. And then it looks just perfectly done. It's fluffy. So I take out my cilantro. Again, it was mainly for the taste in there. But I don't like to leave it in. And then I have my rice. Hopefully it didn't burn at the bottom. It doesn't look like it did. And I always take a fork or the spoon, and you want to fluff it up all around. And see, this is the nice texture, just like that. Fluffy, nicely done. So after you give it a mix and fluff it with the fork, it should look just like this. And now we're ready to serve. So here is our plated Arroz Mexicano, Mexican rice. And I like to serve it sometimes with a little aguacate, some avocado, and there's some cilantro there if you'd like. And tonight we're actually going to have it with some beans and some carnita con chile. And that I will post to my YouTube channel at a later date. But we have it with carnita con chile, some arroz, and I have some beans cooking in the slow cooker that are just about ready. Buen provecho.